Hey solopreneurs, in this video I want to talk about AppSumo plus the $1 million online business. This is a freebie over at AppSumo, the $1 million online business, how Jack Butcher productized himself. This is perfect because we're going to also talk about Google AI and how as a solopreneur, AppSumo and the new Google AI NotebookLM is doing exactly like what this sentence is saying. You've got all these clients for your service business, great for profits, but bad when you realize you're only one person. You're a solopreneur. Is human cloning a thing yet or nah? Well, I'd say the next best thing, especially for us solopreneurs, is this new Google AI, NotebookLM. We'll go ahead and open up a new notebook here. And then the first thing you see here is add sources. Sources let NotebookLM base its responses on the information that matters to you most. Examples: marketing plans, course reading, research notes, meeting transcripts, sales documents, etc. Etc. in my mind is this freebie from AppSumo, where we're going to learn how Jack Butcher built a 7-figure one-person business by productizing himself. Of course, we have access to the PDF. We downloaded it. It's 33 pages. We could read it, and we should read it, but what we're going to do right now is go back to NotebookLM and choose Upload. Then we're just going to grab that PDF. That PDF is going to become a source here inside of NotebookLM. Then the notebook guide is going to pop up, and we have an FAQ, a study guide, a table of contents, a timeline, and a briefing doc. But essentially what we have here is the summary. This document is an excerpt from a guide titled Productize Yourself by Jack Butcher, who built a successful online business generating over $1 million in annual revenue. We'll go ahead and click on the briefing doc. Then here what we have is the briefing doc, and it gives us the main theme of the document, the key ideas and facts, the limitations of a service-based business, Jack Butcher's transformation, and it even includes a quote here: instead of working linearly, he tapped into the exponential nature of the internet to make his living creating content that solved problems at scale. This shift involved identifying his core strengths, streamlining processes, and ultimately creating products that delivered value without requiring his constant involvement. And that's what we need to focus on as solopreneurs. And you can see here we have some more key takeaways after also learning about building a strong online brand. And it also provides a few next steps. Another cool thing about this, other than just having all these other sources, they do also have the deep dive conversation. This is where it creates an audio overview of a sort of podcast style audio where two people or the AI acts as two people and talks about it. It's super cool, but I don't want to do that in this video because it takes away from what I'm trying to do, which is break it down or give you the ability here inside of the chat. And here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the chat by saying, give me 3 of the main things I should focus on as a solopreneur trying to start a business with a focus on email marketing. Because here on Solopreneur Tech Stack, really what I'm focused on and what I think everyone should be focused on as a solopreneur is really focusing on building an email list by generating leads from social media and or YouTube. And something like this where we're using a tool of solopreneur, NotebookLM, as well as the freebie over at AppSumo that gave us this PDF, all this information to have this chat. Now we have the ability to put this into the chat to save ourselves a lot of time. And as solopreneurs, that's one of the things that we're short on: time and resources. So here are 3 main things you should focus on as a solopreneur starting a business with a focus on email marketing, based on the provided excerpt from Productize Yourself, how Jack Butcher built his 1 million year online business.pdf, the free PDF that we downloaded over on AppSumo, link in the description. It says here, put in the reps. You need to dedicate time and effort to hone your skills. In this case, email marketing. Discover repeating processes, creating email templates, processing documentation. We looked at a few tools, and we will continue to look at tools here on the channel that do that, and then solve problems at scale. And this gets into the idea of creating a course. Of course, you need people to sell that course to. That's why we're building this email list. And remember that building a successful business takes time and effort. Focus on constantly improving your skills, creating efficient systems, and developing scalable solutions to establish a thriving email marketing venture. We can go ahead and save that to our note, and then that adds it to the list of sources that we have here, or we're building notes based upon the source. And we can always add other sources. And then we go back to our notebook guide and understand that we have all this at our fingertips to include the ability to chat with the document. It is free. You should download it. Link in the description. Then actually read the PDF once over. It's very well formatted, of course, for the fact that it's free. But then being able to add this into Google NotebookLM just takes it to the next level. But there are some graphics and some interesting angles that you can get from taking a look at those graphics while you read this information from Jack Butcher. And a quick read also lets you know and understand who Jack Butcher is and why this document is important, or the fact that it's free over at AppSumo is super important, and the fact that we can now load it up into NotebookLM and chat with the guide or create a study guide directly to know exactly what we should be focused on. And I'll go ahead and click on the study guide. And when the study guide comes up, you can see here, there's sort of a short answers questions. There's a list of questions that you should be asking yourself. And really, again, that's why I say you could read the guide or read that PDF and then put it into NotebookLM and ask these questions, then sit back and see what your answers to these questions are based upon the answers that are pulled directly out of the guide. There are even some essay questions and some glossary of terms that you might want to make yourself familiar with. And you get all this information not from the AI, but from the guide, the free guide that you got over at AppSumo, $1 Million Online Business, how Jack Butcher productized himself. Link in the description is a digital download. It is free over at AppSumo. Go grab it. Throw it up in a NotebookLM. Let me know how it worked out for you in the comments. Thanks for tuning into this one, and we'll see you in the next one.